Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be making this beautiful top with a twist at the bust point. So if this looks like what you're interested in, definitely watch till the end. Again, I have my piece of pattern paper that I'm going to be using for this, and I already went out to draft my basic bodies. Okay, so this is my shoulder line, chest, bust, under bust, waist, and then the full length of the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start taking my dart. I'm going to impute my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 on the waistline here, the under bust, and then the bust point. All right, I'm also going to impute that same measurement on the waistline as well. All right, so I'm going to connect these dots with a straight line. All right, so for my dart, I'm going to be using 0.75 to take the dart, which is optional. You can make use of 0.5. All right, so I'm going to connect my dots. All right, I'm going to connect this straight. So I'm going to be taking that same dart on the full length of this top, 0.75 on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to connect my dart this way, here with a straight line, the other side. Then I'm going to go ahead to connect to my bust point. All right, so this is what we have. This is what we have here, right? So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my bust dart. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my bust dart. So the difference between the front waistline and the back waistline is 2 inches. So I'm going to take my dart here. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and connect to the bust point like this. Okay, all right, so this is what we have. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to shape. Okay, so this is my bust line, the measurement divided by 4. Then on the waist, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. Then I'm going to replace this dart here. All right, this is what we have. Then on the length, I'm going to take the same waistline, because this is going to actually have a basque effect. So I'm just going to take the same measurement I took on the waistline, which we really don't need. All right, I'm going to replace the dart as well. So I'm going to go ahead now and connect like so. All right, so this is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is the style on the bust line. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide what I have, this space between my bust and my under bust. I'm going to divide it by 2. Okay, and make a mark on the center. Now this is optional. You can decide to go up or come down by 1 or 1.5 inches, but me, I just want to use the midpoint between these 2 lines to connect. So I'm going to connect it back to my under bust with my curve. All right, because we're going to be cutting that part out. So this is what we have. Okay, this is what we have. Now for the upper part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide my armhole line by 2. Okay, so this is what I have. This is the midpoint. All right, so from this midpoint now, I'm going to determine how deep I want my neckline to be. You want to determine if you want your cleavage to be showing, if you want your breast to be showing, or you want it to like be covered. So me, I want to come down from the chest line by 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to connect with my curve like this. Okay, so this is what we have. All right, this is what we have. So what we are going to do now is we are going to cut out this part, and we are going to divide it on the bust line. That is why I'm making a mark on the bust line. Okay, we are going to divide it on the bust line. So we are going to see how we are going to be achieving this. Now, as we have gotten this, I'm going to go ahead and cut out this part so we can tape the bust dart and also the under bust dart. Okay, when we tape this dart, then we can go ahead and divide this. All right, so let me cut out what we have. So now the first thing we're going to do now is to cut out here. We're going to cut out the under bust like so. Right, so let's work on this one first. So what we are going to do is to fold away the dart. So what I'm going to do now, I normally like using my waist to just connect straight to my basket, to the end of this paper here. So it depends on where you want yours to start. All right, you can decide to come down from your waistline a bit. You can even decide to go up from your waistline, however you want it. This is the part where you get to be creative. You get to just do what works for you. So I'm going to connect like this. Remember, you must fold away your dart so that it's going to remain equal when you open up. Okay, so now we open up. This is what we have. We are going to now go ahead and cut this part off. All right, so when we trace on actual fabric, we are going to see that what we have here is going to be equal with what we have here. All right, with that being said, we are going to start working on the upper part, which is the bust side. Okay, so first things first, we are going to be taking away our darts. There's a little bit of dart here and there's dart here. All right, we're also going to go ahead and fold away these darts. So we are going to fold away these two darts, and to do that, we are going to first of all slash the midpoint, then fold this one away. Okay, slash the midpoint and fold this one away, just like you see me doing. All right, this is how you're going to fold it. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to be attaching another paper here so we can blend it and have what we are supposed to have at the initial time. Okay, so let's use this one. This one is going to be better. All right, fold your dart away like this. So let me use my pin and hold this down. All right, so this is what we have. Then we are going to go ahead and also fold away the darts that we have here. This little dart here, fold it away. That means place one on top of the other, as you see me doing. Okay, so I'm also going to go ahead and pin it together. All right, now we have like a little cup here. Can you see? We have like a little cup here. This is what we have now. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to open up this place. Okay, we are going to open up this part. So once we open it up now, you're going to see that this place is going to relax. This is just like that manipulation. If we open up this bust line here, as you can see, this place is just going to relax, and then we are going to attach this part to this part. All right, so this is what we are going to do. I'm going to open this place up, then I'm going to slash. Right, I'm going to slash this part open. So this is what we have. Okay, let me pin away this dart. This is what we have. All right, so what we are going to go ahead to do now is we are going to join. This is this part, right? We are going to join it to this side. We are going to join it to this side because you know we are still going to like fold it in, and it's going to be like this. Okay, I hope you understand this. So we are going to join it to this part. The back is just a regular back with a normal dart, so there is nothing much in the back. This is the chest line, the bust, and then the length, which is the half length for the back. Okay, remember that the back and the front do not have the same half length. All right, so this is what we are going to have now. So for the back, the first thing I'm going to do is to take my dart, which is half of the nipple to my nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. I'm going to take it all the way to the chest line. Okay, and then I'm going to connect it with a straight line so I can take my dart legs. Okay, just like we did for the front, I'm going to be using 0.75 for the dart leg like this, and I'm going to connect it all the way up to the chest line. Okay, all the way up to the chest line like this. Okay, so this is what we have. This is the dart. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to determine the neckline for the back. Okay, so the neckline for the back, I'm going to just connect from this half of my armhole measurement. Remember that that is what we use for the front. We divided our armhole measurement into two. The half is what we use to curve to the center front. So we are going to also be using this half. Then I'm going to be connecting to the center back. I'm going to be using the chest line like this. Okay, you can actually do it, have it straight. Okay, you can actually have it straight. You can have it curved if that is what works for you. Okay, but me, I just want the back to be like a V, like an off shoulder V. Okay, like this. All right, so this is what my back is going to look like. Okay, I want it to have like an off shoulder V. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do now is to eliminate zip bulge, which we do on our waistline. We go in on the zipper side by 0.5 inches. Okay, then I'm just going to take it all the way up to the neckline, as you see me doing, like this. All right, so remember, I have not added any allowance. We are going to be adding our allowance when we are cutting out on the actual, when we are cutting out on our actual fabric. All right, so here I just shaped, divided my waist and my bust measurement by 4, and then this is what we have. Okay, so this is all for the back. Like I said before, the back is just a regular back. Okay, and for the sleeve is also just a regular off shoulder sleeve with elastic. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut out. This is what we have after we were done cutting it out. As you can see, this is the side dart, this is the center dart. Okay, we took this dart away, we also took this one away. So this is what we are going to be placing on our fabric to cut out. All right, we are later going to join this to be long like this. Remember that what we are making is something that is going to be like this. Okay, so we are going to be cutting this separately. Just place this on our fabric and cut. Place this one on our fabric and cut as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and trace on our actual fabric. This is what I have after I was done cutting out. I folded my fabric into two, place this and add my stitching allowance. Here 0.5 on the down, on the up, and on the side here. Then on the shaping side I added 1 inch. So for this side as well, I added 0.5 inch all around. Then on the shaping side I also went ahead to add 1 inch. Okay, so this is what we have. All right, so we also went ahead to cut out all the other parts. Okay, as you can see, this is all the other parts. This is the back, and this is the center front, this is the side front. All right, so this is what is going to look like. After cutting out, we are going to go ahead and start joining. Okay, so this is what we have for both sides. We are going to go ahead and start joining. So this is the center, right? What we are going to do first is to join like this. Okay, this is the down part. All right, this is one side of the bust of the cup. Okay, so we are going to join these two centers together like this because it's going to be the same. Okay, and note the way I'm joining. This is the right side of the fabric and this is the wrong side of the fabric. Remember, we still have to twist it and join like this. Okay, so we are going to be joining this wrong part to this right part like this using 0.5 inches. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Join here, okay, like this, because we are going to be joining it together at the end of the day to this part. Okay, so join, but before you join, you can go ahead and turn this up. Okay, if you are using your lining, go ahead and turn. If you are using your bias, or if you are folding, go ahead and fold. After folding here, then you join. Okay, you join here with 0.5 inches, join this to this, and this side as well, do the exact same thing, and then you join. Okay, like this. This is the center, you join. All right, so let me go over to my sewing machine and join. So this is what we have after we are done joining. This is what it looks like. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place the two of them like this, as you can see. All right, place the two of them like this. So when you are joining, make sure that the part on the top is the part that is supposed to be on the top. Okay, make sure it's rightly placed. Okay, so I'm going to place the two of them like this, and then I'm going to twist it. Have you seen the way I placed it like this? Okay, and I twist it, turning each one to be where it's supposed to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over to my sewing machine. This is the way it's going to be at the end of the day. So I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and use 0.5 inches to join here like this. I'm going to join till I get to the end. All right, so you're not going to be able to completely join it because there is one that passed in between, as you can see. So just join till you get to where you are able to get to. All right, I'm going to join the both sides like this. Okay, like this with 0.5 inches. So when I'm through with joining, I'm going to come and show us what we have. So now this is what we have after I was done joining and I pressed it open. This is what we have. Okay, so I like to start with saying that this is a serious manipulation process whereby you just just manipulate your way into getting something really neat and wearable. So what I'm going to go ahead to do is to join the down parts now. All right, so I went ahead to sew the dart for the down parts. As you can see, this is it. Like I said before, I'm not lining this piece. All right, this is what it's going to look like. So now what I'm going to do is try to put this together. I'm going to hold it down with a pin. Okay, I'm going to hold this down with a pin, hold it together so I can start there to join the down part. So I can just put the two of them together, then join the down part from there. Okay, can you see? This is what we have. So I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and join this. I'm going to start on the set from the center. Okay, like I normally say, always start sewing from the center, so you are going to get equal allowance and everything on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to start joining from here, join to the end, and then join to the other end as well. All right, so let me go ahead now to my sewing machine and join. This is what we have after we are done joining. Can you see? This is what it looks like. So what I'm going to go ahead to do now is to join the sleeve. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and join the sleeve. So this is what the back looks like after we are done turning the neckline and then imputing our dart. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fix the sleeve. The sleeve is going to have an elastic on the top, and if you want, you can also put elastic on the down part. Okay, so fix the sleeve and shape, then put your zipper, and then you are good to go. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do all the finishing on this project, then I'll show us what it looks like. So guys, this is what it looks like after we are done. This is what the bust looks like, and this is what the back looks like. Okay, so this top is really beautiful and the manipulation really worked. All right, so tell me down in the comment section if you're going to try this out, and if you're yet to subscribe, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, bye.